So next, fresh sheet of paper in your math journal, we are going to move on to learning goal number 2 now.
Yep.
Finding the missing angle of a triangle. Let's just take a moment to look at this triangle right here. We have these 3 different angles that we're really going to take a close look at. And let's just pretend that these dotted lines right here are us cutting up this triangle. So then we would have this section left over, angle A, and we would have angle B over here and angle C over here, and it would just be all cut up. Now we want to think about a little review from learning goal 1, that a straight line equals 180 degrees. So here's our straight line. Now if we take angle A and slide it on over, and then if we take our angle B, but if you remember here, we want to turn it over. So now our angle...
So that angle right there was at the top.
Yes, but now is flipped over here. Yes, and then we have angle C over here. Once we have all these together, they add up or show up right on a straight line.
Yep.
So therefore, we have just proven that all 3 angles of a triangle equal 180 degrees.
Yay! And you want to write this part down, so you didn't have to write the last part. If you wanted to, that's totally fine, but this part you really should write down, because everything that we do in this lesson now is going to build upon the fact that all the angles put together equal 180. So write that down real quick. Alright, we are going to do an example for you where we give you 2 angles, but we're missing one, and you need to find it. So in this case, we have our triangle. We have a 90-degree angle, and we have a 20-degree angle, and we have our mystery angle. So we need to try and figure out what the mystery angle is. And there's a couple steps that you can take, and you're going to want to write down the steps. They're really super short. Step 1, add up the 2 angles that you know already. So we know 90 and we know 20. So we're going to add those together, and they get 110. The next step is to take or subtract that sum, so this 110, away from 180, because we know 180 is our total. So we're going to take away the ones that we already know. And that, whatever's left, should give us our mystery angle. So we took 180 degrees minus 110, and we got 70. So this angle right here is actually 70 degrees, if you were to measure it. So that is how you find it. It's pretty easy peasy. You can follow that same process every single time you have a triangle with a missing angle. So now you get to try one.
All right, so once again, you're going to want to think of these steps here, and we just want you to try this one on your own first. So first of all, you're going to look at step 1 again, add up the sides that you do know about. And now this one is a little bit interesting because, of course, this one's given to you, but then you have to remember, what does this exactly mean?
That one's given to you too. It may not have the numbers, but you know what that means.
Then, once you come up with your sum of these 2 sides, then you are going to subtract the sum of the angles from 180 again, because we know that all triangles, the angles add up to 180 degrees. So take a moment, pause, come on back. So this is what you should have come up with. 67 plus 90 degrees equals 157 degrees. And then we're going to subtract that. 180 degrees minus 157 degrees equals 23 degrees. So this angle right up here is equal to 23 degrees.
And I would expect that when you wrote the subtraction problem out, you didn't write it horizontally. You would stack them on top of each other.
Ooh, review from last unit.
Yes. All right. Now you just have a couple to try on your own. So the first one, again, we have this little square corner here, and this angle measures 32. So what is this one? And 2, we have 15 and 15. So what is our missing angle here? So if you need to look back at the steps, just follow those steps and you will be able to figure it out. So in your journal, make sure you label 1 and 2, solve for those, and we will go over them with you tomorrow.
Oh,